Hey y'all, it's American Mom. We're gonna be watching Sopranos, episode 7. I don't know the name of it. I didn't even look at this week's titles yet. I just don't need any more violence right now. I know I asked for it and I said I'd regret it, and I do. I don't mind these mob people like going after each other, or somebody could kill Ralphie at any moment, but I know he's a new character, so he's not gonna die. So I can see like mobster violence, but no violence on women or children or animals. Okay, let's get started. Let's do this.
And depending, of course, on the full path report.
Is it clean, Enlo, or not?
Yes, it's clean.
Miles, you close.
So the cancer is...
Gone? You bet. I took a tumor the size of a fist out of his stomach.
Oh, Maron.
So, if you'll excuse me, I have another patient waiting.
Yeah, he's busy. Don't ask any questions.
Game 3.
Game tree.
That's $60. Good luck getting it. Hey, I fucking won, Paulie. It's only right you pay me.
Kid, you waving a wire?
You fucking crazy?
Pasquale, let him down.
He fucking touches me.
Get down to your skivvies. I don't want to see it.
I guess you could call that a dick.
He's gonna tell Tony about this. Oh, that's gonna remind him of that dream he had. Yeah. Oh, she's going by herself.
Maybe you could tell me why you came today.
I'm worried about my husband. The fact is, Tony isn't under the weather today. He just didn't feel like coming. Fuck that shit, I think he said, okay?
Usually happens when we touch on a nerve. He was distressed about this young man's death in the garbage compactor.
Let it out, Carmela. What's wrong? She needs to go to Italy.
He was a teacher of mine.
That really won't be necessary, but thank you anyway.
She'll end up going. She needs Prozac as well. I would if I had to live with Tony.
So what do we do next?
It's called amended surgery.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, what?
Cut me again? You tell me to take a crap on the deck of the Queen Mary, an hour later they're hosing it down with disinfectant. I owe you everything, Doc.
That French poodle is all I got left to Sal. 24 years, he disappears one day, and I get left with a sick dog. The vet says I should put it down, but I wanted to get another operation. But where am I going to come up with $1,200? I mean, Tony helps out, and I am so grateful. It covers the basics, but anything extra, there's no way, Carmela.
Jimmy Choo shoes?
No way.
In garbage bags. That looks legit. What's going on? I'm not a shoe person. I really don't care.
10.
10? That's Sasquatch size, Christopher. I'm an 8.5.
I'll get you 8.5 tomorrow.
All of them? You swear?
More even.
Her dog is sick.
What, that fluffy French cocoa piece of shit? What's wrong with him?
Her. Osteoporosis. Angie needs money for an operation.
I knew she was gonna bring it up or do it.
We'll take it up with Pussy. If you can find a fat fuck, wherever the feds put him. He ratted us out, calm me and you. And that's where he is. And I don't want to hear about him ever again. Or his ungrateful cunt wife.
His what wife?
Dang.
My Broadway's a size 10. Patsy, pack up some of these shoes. Chrissy, you don't mind if I take my taste now?
It's like he's taking advantage of Christopher because he wants to. What's happening?
I don't know. Now I have to go into my pocket for him.
And he just has to take it. I don't know. What did you find?
Motherfucker.
What?
Nothing.
Shit.
Fucking bitch.
This is why Bobby needs to take care of
What the
him.
hell are you doing?
Exactly.
Don't you think you should talk to somebody else, get a second opinion?
Chemo? Forget it. With Kennedy, it's cut, zip, over and out. He has the hands of an angel. So maybe he has something else on his mind beside my full, complete, and speedy recovery.
God, he's not trying
Junior, all this cynicism. This can't be good for you.
Who are we gonna hit? Oh, we're gonna hit a car. Who is it?
Tony, what the hell?
Any kind of problem you got, financial or otherwise, you come directly to me. Please, leave Carmela the fuck out of it, like that.
Of course.
Okay.
Then I saw the Cadillac. The money I give you, you're driving a Cadillac and you're looking for more? You don't look sick.
It comes and goes.
She lied?
Everybody who donates gets their name up there?
The wall is reserved for people whose commitment begins at the $50,000 level.
50,000?
That's what the giving committee felt you'd be comfortable with.
50 grand? You gotta be kidding me.
No.
Talked an awful lot about Meadows having the best possible university experience.
It's around 5 grand. Run it through your household account so you can write them a check. And that's it. Not a penny more.
Oh, I bet she will.
So the chemotherapy would be instead of the surgery.
But I can't guarantee even that.
All the money you give to Angie Bumpancero and who knows what other widows you've got on your payroll.
It's a business expense.
But there's not enough to make sure your own daughter is protected.
I won't pay. Yeah, I heard he strip searched you.
I'm not fucking kidding, Tony. He's a sick fuck. He was sniffing her fucking panties.
What?
You heard me.
So what?
I leave messages at the hospital, at the office. I sent him a box of cohibas.
I couldn't get past reception.
Oh, Tony's gonna make a visit.
You got his number?
You got his number? Oh, he's gonna be available really soon. Put a trash can beside him. He said to me something himself. Oh.
Bye.
Really?
Better be careful. If I can do it, so can your bride-to-be.
So what is this, huh? Some new rule about who I fuck? You want more shoes? What?
No. You ever go whining to the big man again about shit between you and me, we'll have a problem, my friend.
Oh, you might get whacked into the lake. Shit. Hello.
What are you doing?
Hey, Doc. It's me, Tony. Come Sopranos' nephew.
Real busy doctor.
Well, I could use a little extra distance.
Who couldn't?
Hmm.
My uncle, he's not doing so well. He's got a bad reaction to that chemo.
That happens all the time. There's nothing that I can really do.
You know, there are worse things that can happen to a person than cancer.
My uncle thinks he's gonna die. He's convinced of it. Now, you know how old people are with their superstitions. He thinks it's because he went against you.
I was a surgeon, that's all.
You gotta be on your at.
Show that man the respect he deserves. Answer his phone calls.
Cheryl, make sure Mr. Soprano is scheduled for 2.
Just remember it.
You tell me he's a depressed criminal, prone to anger, serially unfaithful. Is that your definition
Yes.
of a good man?
No.
I thought psychiatrists weren't supposed to be judgmental. Organized crime.
The mafia.
Oh, Jesus.
No, sir. Go to Italy, please.
You must trust your initial impulse and consider leaving him. You'll never be able to feel good about yourself. You'll never be able to quell the feelings of guilt and shame that you talked about. As long as you're his accomplice.
You're wrong about the accomplice part, though.
You sure?
All I do is make sure he's got clean clothes in his closet and dinner on his table.
So enabler would be a more accurate job description for you than accomplice. My apologies.
My priest said I should try and work with him, help him to be a better man.
How's that going?
They always say that. Give it time.
You taking good care of this young man?
Jesus, Dr. Kennedy. How you doing, guy?
In person.
I've been busy. You start to feel punk, you call me.
Thanks, Dr. Kennedy.
I'll check back on you Wednesday. Take good care of this young fella.
I told him to put us down for the 50,000. Tony, you got to do something nice for me today. This is what I want.
You look like you could use a night off from cooking. We say we go out.
I don't know, and I don't want y'all to tell me in which direction Carmela's leaving. She's been told what to do. I think if anybody leaves, though, it needs to be Tony and not her. She needs to stay in the house with AJ because he's still in school. They're still raising him. And Tony can just live at the Bada Bing because he's there all the time anyway. That's what I have to say about that. Uncle Junior had his surgery. At the time of the surgery, they said clear, clean, whatever. Cancer was gone. Then they do some tests and stuff after the surgery, and then there was some issues that could possibly, cells could come back or whatever with the cancer. Uncle Junior wanted this Kennedy person just to put him back under. As soon as he said another surgery, I wouldn't do a back-to-back surgery at my age, much less in twice that, age. I mean, he's 70-something. Anyway, he felt like that was a good thing to do, but he didn't want to try chemo for a little bit first, but it wasn't just about that. It was because it was Kennedy, and Tony was saying, "God, you love the name Kennedy, get over it." He was always busy. He always seemed in a rush. He'd sit down and tell you something. It was like, I got to get to something else. But when he wasn't in the office, he was playing golf. He wasn't busy. Tony paid a visit. He was like, you're going to call Uncle Junior back. He went and visited him personally. But he went ahead and vouched for this Dr. Meta that had said, go ahead and try the chemo. But he didn't want to take his word for it. He would take Dr. Kennedy's word for it. So Kennedy showed up and actually vouched for Meta, the doctor that he can't stand or talked bad about or something, whatever. So now he's kind of smiling like, I got a personal visit while I'm having the chemo. I like how he calls it the chemo. It's just chemo. But he visited him and then gave him his home number. Now he feels important, which is what Tony wanted. Even though he thought Tony was trying to kill him by making him, do chemo and not go back under again, which he's just a paranoid, angry, annoying, grumpy old man. Carmela is seeing a therapist of her own, Dr. Melfi's mentor, teacher. And like I said earlier, he's told her what to do. And he wasn't going to have her pay for the session today. I think this is their one and only session. He's told her what to do, and he's not taking her money because of where it comes from. I like how it ended with Tony kind of seeing that she's been depressed lately, and she's being more open with him about how she feels. She still needs that vacation to Italy. God, help. But in the meantime, she doesn't have to cook. He's like, you need a night off from cooking, so he's taking her out for a meal. It's a start. I don't know where this is going, but it's very interesting. We saw Sal's wife. She was saying the dog was sick and $1,200 for surgery to Carmela, and Carmela brings it up to Tony, and when Tony pulled up, he saw a brand new Cadillac, and the dog was acting fine, and I just thought he was going to hit the dog with the bat. I said no violence to animals. That's the first thing I thought of. I was like, really? This episode? I can't take it. But he wasn't going to do that. He was basically saying, the dog looks fine, and I'm giving you plenty of money, and you got a new Cadillac. And he knocked the shit out of that car. So she's been fibbing. But Tony's given her a lot of shit for really killing him. I mean, he keeps saying, you know, you're sorry, son of a bitch husband did this and that. Look what he did. Tony, you and your guys killed him. I mean, I know that's bothering him, the whole fish thing. Like, he's thinking of that. And he was one of his guys, but he just keeps, he's making her think, yeah, he's left and left you in this mess. So I'm giving you what I'm giving you, and you don't need to go to Carmela. You come straight to me if you need anything else. He made that point. Carmela's getting stronger, but I want to see if, you know, like, does she go back to therapy with Tony? And I don't know. I didn't have to see Ralphie this episode. That was good. I'm sick of his face. Oh, and Christopher. Christopher was being treated like a new made man. Y'all have explained to me about a made man. But, you know, he is related to Tony, and he moved up maybe quicker than they all kind of thought. So Paulie's like kind of rubbing his nose in it, making him strip down, thinking he's wearing a wire, you know, bullying him, and then going into his house unannounced and just throwing his weight around just because he can. Got to see what happens with that too. So, really good episode. Thank y'all for watching this with me. Until the next video, which will be later on today, and the next time. Bye.